the backhander, she scores!
I started playing when I was, I think, around 5 years old. Growing up, I always knew I wanted to play in college. The national championship is the highest honor you can get.
5 years ago, in early March 2020, Paige Lewis was a senior forward on the Cornell women's hockey team.
Our senior class kind of all believed this would be the year.
Ranked #1 in the nation for much of the season, Cornell was loaded with All-Americans and future Olympians. On March 8th, a Sunday, Paige Lewis and her teammates gathered for the NCAA tournament selection show.
We revealed the first and top overall seed, which belongs to Cornell.
All of us knew, like, Cornell has never won, and this was our opportunity to win that title.
The number of cases in the U.S. surging over the weekend, spreading to 34 states.
At least 22 Americans have died.
Monday, March 9th, teams are beginning to take certain precautions. For instance, limiting contact with the media. But the magnitude of the threat had not quite sunk in.
For us, it's just being aware of it, being a little more careful.
The atmosphere in the room was nervous laughter.
For the most part, a strange near normalcy still prevailed. But then, 2 days after that press conference, on Wednesday, March 11th,
your late scratch, Rudy Gobert with an illness is out.
We were moments away from the game starting.
Suddenly, the normalcy was shattered.
My phone was ringing like crazy and said to turn on the TV. By that point in time, I was hearing from clubs in different cities that there was a concern about it spreading.
So Gobert is out. You see both head coaches now talking with the officials. We don't know what they're talking about.
Due to unforeseen circumstances, the game tonight has been postponed.
Once I saw the spectacle of a full building telling everybody to go home after they had gathered, I go, we don't want to do that.
An unprecedented story continues to evolve. The NBA is suspending the season.
It was almost like watching a car crash in slow motion.
This is crazy. This can't be true. I mean, it's not within the realm of possibilities. It seemed more like out of a movie.
It wasn't about who was first. It was just that it was coming, and what happened with the NBA showed it was here.
March 12, 2020, 16 hours after the NBA suspended its season, the NHL followed suit.
I didn't know if the pause was going to be for a day or two, a week, but we needed to take a step back and tell everybody, stay home, and let's wait and see how we're going to get through this.
Mark, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I've just told in my ear that Mark Emmert has just announced that the men's and women's tournaments, along with all winter sports, have been canceled.
We originally had a practice scheduled. We all came together, we're crying and hugging each other. We ended up going out there and did our last practice. It's really awesome. We were out there for like over 2 hours. Towards the end, we all came together in a hug in the middle of center ice.
For so many athletes at the college and high school levels, they would never again have a chance to compete.
To think in the back of your mind that you kind of have that one more shot and opportunity to play, and that's just taken away from you is it's really disappointing, and I never got the chance to play in like a real game after that.
In the context of a global pandemic, especially in those initial days and weeks with the death toll mounting, sports were simply not essential. But for those who were deprived of once-in-a-lifetime opportunities, the pain was real and lasting. Do you think you guys would have won it?
This is what they always ask us. Yeah, I think we would have.